Bonjour à tous and welcome to Learn French with Vincent, and this is the second part of our big list of the 400 most used verbs in French. Okay, so let's start right now. Chercher. So this one can be quite tricky, especially at the beginning, because technically if you look carefully, well, you've got two actually identical parts here. So here and here, but then strangely you won't pronounce them the same way. So this first part here, C-H-E-R, you will pronounce it quite open, so it's cher, okay? And then here, just because you've got this ER at the end, okay, if you remember, the rule goes like ER at the end will be pronounced E, okay? So you get chez, all right? So chercher, okay? And the difficulty normally is, well, also in the repetition of sh, okay? Chercher. Revenir, okay? Remember that is pronounced really like a. Revenir. Appeler, all right? So the funny thing here is that you don't really insist on this okay? So if you listen carefully, it's just like if it wouldn't be here. Appeler. Mourir. Okay, so same thing that we saw previously. O-U here, when you combine the two, you get the sound OU. Okay, so mourir. Partir. Jeter. Okay, so here, really this je, and then et. Jeter. Suivre. Okay, so this can be quite tricky for the English-speaking persons because normally this U sound is quite tricky to make at the beginning. After that, you can see that, well, you can make it, but then try to focus on it. So it's suivre, all right? Then écrire. So remember, you've got this accent aigu on the top of E, so it will produce the sound E. Écrire. Don't insist on the final E. Montrer. All right, so O-N, on, montrer. Tomber. Okay, so remember, you've got OM here, but after that you've got a consonant, so it does mean that this combination of OM will give you the sound on. Okay, you don't pronounce the M at all, so it's really a nasal, so it goes in your nose. Tomber. Ouvrir. Arrêter. Okay, remember when you get this accent circonflexe on the top of E, then you get the sound E. Okay, so it's really opened. It's E. Okay, so arrêter. And then final ER here, as usual, E. Arrêter. Okay, then perdre. Commencer. All right, so you get this comment. So really N here, it's nasal, you know, en, and then C. Commencer. Paraître. Okay, so if you remember from the first video, then we had as well this accent circonflexe on the top of I here, but then you don't pronounce it. Okay, so you should write it definitely because, you know, that's the correct way to write it, but then you don't pronounce it. Paraître. Okay, same thing. Final E is not really pronounced, so paraître. Marcher. Okay, remember when you combine this C and H here, you get the sound sh, marcher. Okay, final ER as usual, E, chez, marcher. Lever. Permettre. All right, remember double T here. Okay, so when you've got a double consonant, and it should be the same consonant, and before, it will open the sound of this so you don't pronounce it like but you will pronounce it like okay, so permettre, final not really pronounced. Asseoir. Okay, remember, you've got this beautiful but then phonetically doesn't exist. Asseoir. Remember, double S here, it's really a strong S, really strong S. Okay, so asseoir. Écouter. Monter. Apercevoir. Recevoir. Servir. Finir. Rire. Crier. Okay, so it can be quite tricky at the beginning, especially if you try to make this air too deep in your throat. So don't go, I mean, don't hurt your throat because it could be quite painful. So when you combine this C and R, you get the sound cr, cr. Okay, so crier. Okay, but not too strong. Crier, crier. Jouer. Okay, remember, you combine this O and U, you get the sound OU. So joue. Okay, J is pronounced like J. Joue. And then ER here, you combine them at the end. Et. Jouer. Tourner. Same thing here if you listen carefully. Tourner. R is not that strong. Tourner. Okay? Garder. Reconnaître. So exactly the same thing with this accent circonflexe on the top of E. You don't pronounce it, okay, but you should write it. Reconnaître. Quitter. Okay, it's quite interesting because in French, when you put this Q here, and then you want to put another vowel after, so like E, O, or, I mean the others, you should, and you have to put this U vowel between the two, okay? But then you don't pronounce it. So the idea is that this combination of Q and U together will give you the sound K, K, okay? So that's the reason why you get qui like that, qui, quitter, all right? Manger. So remember here, nasal, A-N, en, man, and then when you combine this G and then E, or here ER, G, G. Manger. Courir. Continuer. All right, so here, nasal, continue. Remember, U, and then E. Continuer. Oublier. Descendre. Well, even if you've got this combination of S and C here, you just pronounce it S. Descendre. Cacher. Okay, so remember, when you combine this C and A, you get the sound K, okay? And then che, cacher. Poser. Tirer. Okay, and that's it for this video. If you want more videos, then the channel is here and the website is waiting for you, imagier.net.